لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا وحبيبنا وقدوتنا ومولانا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Respected brothers and sisters in Islam, first we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala once again. Allah has granted us the tawfiq and the ability to have performed our Maghrieb Salaah with Jama'ah. Alhamdulillah. We make dua, Allah accept our salah, Allah grant us sincerity and istiqamah. Ameen Rabbil Alameen. As we have mentioned last week, inshallah, we will be discussing the book of Imam As-Suyuti rahimahullah, where he discusses, this entire book is dedicated to death and the conditions and all the ahwal in the grave and everything that got to do with maut and the grave and the alamul barzakh, the life in the grave and the life in the afterlife. Imam As-Suyuti rahimahullah, he discusses it in this book. And the purpose, as the book is titled Sharh al-Sudur, it is to expand our hearts, it is to soften our hearts. It is to bring back the focus of our hearts for the purpose so that we can regain, and for the purpose so that we can, again, if it is that our focus has gone astray a little bit and we've lost focus in this dunya, by remembering death, our alignment, and we will be put on the sirat again through remembering death. And so Imam As-Suyuti rahimahullah starts off with this book, and he starts off with this, and he starts off the first chapter, Bad'ul Maut, the beginning of death. Where did it start? How did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala create it, and where did it all start from? Where did it all stem from? And he brings a narration which Imam Ahmad brings in his kitab, and numerous other narrations and muhaddithun, where they speak about the narration where it is mentioned that لما خلق الله آدم وذريته, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now decided to create Adam alayhi salam. As you all come from Nabi Adam alayhi salam, so when Allah created Nabi Adam alayhi salam, Allah has created all of his children. Allah has decreed how many children, how many billions. Today we over almost 8 billion people in this dunya, and all of them stems back to Adam alayhi salam. So when the malaika saw that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created Nabi Adam and all of his children, and as we know that many occasions, even in the Quran, certain times the malaika, they pose questions to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And these are not your normal malaika, these are the muqarrabun, those very close malaika to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For example, when Allah has created insan, they say that, Ya Allah, what is the purpose of creating them? They will create mischief in this dunya and they will spill blood. وَنَحْنُ نُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِكَ وَنُقَدِّسُ لَكَ, and we continuously praise you, Ya Allah, and we continuously glorify you, Ya Allah. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala obviously responded to them that you do, I know what you do not know. And many ahadith of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam indicate, for example, Allah indicating that created this dunya itself, the malaika asked, Ya Allah, and the narration mentioned by Rasulullah that this world feels very unsettled. It's like it's floating around. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created mountains, and that's why the mountains is called in the Quran is autada, is pegs. And Allah created pegs in this dunya, which is the mountains, to bring it settled, to settle this dunya. So many times the malaika ask Allah. So likewise in this narration, Imam Suyuti brings, when Allah created Nabi Adam and his children, now we must understand, if the closer the malaika to Allah, the greater the in size. And the greater are their creation. Jibreel was the closest to Allah. He was described in the Hadeeth as a malak who possessed 600 wings. 600 wings. So these malaika, now imagine if they look at earth. These are malaika that roam around in the 7 heavens. When they look at dunya, when we look at this dunya, it is something huge and big to us. We speak about traveling thousands of kilometers. Now imagine how the malaika, how they perceive this dunya to be like a small star, speck of dust. So they say Allah's creating this huge creation of Adam alayhi salam and his children that will be on this small planet. So the first thing the malaika, they said, Ya Rabb, They say that, Ya Allah, Inna al-arda la tasi'uhum, that this dunya won't be big enough for them. This dunya, with the concern of the malaika, that this dunya won't be big enough for them. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala replied, فقال, listen to the response of Allah, فَإِنِّي جَاعِلٌ مَوْتًا. Allah says, no, this dunya will be big enough for them. Why? Because I have created death. So Allah is the one who has created death. Malakul Maut is not the one who created death. Malakul Maut is just being given the responsibility of taking the ruh. He works with the command of Allah. And Allah has created death to bring a balance in this dunya, so this dunya will never become full. So this dunya will never become full. Why? Because on a regular, on a daily basis, people is dying. People are dying. Today we find that Allah make ease, bring ease to the people of Turkey and Syria. In one day Allah took away 4,000 people. In one day Allah took away, decided 4,000 people will leave this dunya. And indeed they are from the shuhada, as Rasulullah explained, that when a person dies in between a construction, in between buildings, or a building is crushed upon that person is counted amongst the shuhada. And how sad it is to see that, imagine we find it difficult to pour sand and to bury our loved ones. Here we find these people are digging to get their loved ones out of the rubber and out of the dirt. So we make dua, Allah grant ease for them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala replace what they've lost with something better. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. So Allah is the one who's created this death. And then the malaika have another concern. He says, إِذَنْ يَا رَبْ لَا يَهْنَأُهُمُ الْعِيشِ. That, Ya Allah, you have created death, so they will never enjoy this dunya. How will they enjoy this dunya if they know they're going to die? Allah has created death, so this dunya don't become full. So the malaika have another concern after hearing Allah has created death. They say, Ya Rab, how will they enjoy this dunya when they know they must go? When they know they're going to die? Look at again the response of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. قال إني جاعل أملا. Allah says, no, I have created hope. I have created hope. And if you look at the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that's why they say that the hope, it can be a medicine for some, and it can be a trick for others. It can trick others. So hope, that's why Rasulullah one day drew a square, and he says that this is a likely person. And he made a whole lot of lines in the square, and one line protruded, came out of the square. And the Sahaba said, Ya Rasulullah, the square is the life of a person, bounded in the time of the life of the person. These lines are all the things that happen to the person in his life. But what is this one line that is going beyond this, that is extending? So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, this is the hopes of the person. Why? Because when we have hope in this dunya, that's why the ulama and the hadith of Rasul have always explained to us not to have excessive hope in this dunya, because excessive hope in this dunya blinds a person. That's why we forget about the death. That's why we forget about akhirah, because we're so busy and involved with our hopes, and so much reliance and trust we put onto those hopes in this dunya. So Allah says, I've created a hope, and that hope will be the thing that will distract them to the extent that they will still enjoy this dunya. And so who of us can say that we think all day of death? Who can say we don't enjoy death and we don't enjoy this life? So all of us is enjoying it, because Allah has made it such that there should be some enjoyment in it. But there should be the balance way. We shouldn't allow this hope to be to the extent where we forget about death and the reality of this life that we are living, that one day it will come to an end. And we end up with the last narration we mentioned under this chapter, where he speaks about, where Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam speaks about when Nabi Adam alayhi salam was now instructed to go to this earth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instructed Nabi Adam, where Allah says that construct and build in this dunya lil kharab, meaning for destruction. Meaning whatever you're building, one day it will come to an end and it will be destroyed. One day, what you are building, it will be destroyed. Either you will be destroyed, your life will come to an end, or either that buildings will come to an end before you. So whatever we erect in this dunya, whatever we strive for in this dunya, it is all temporary. Our life is temporary. Our dunya we seek is temporary. Everything of this world is temporary. Walid lil fanasid Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam also procreate and bring children in this life. They are also temporary. They will also leave you. They will also carry on, and you will also carry on. So Allah instructs Nabi Adam to build in this dunya, to have children in this dunya, but don't be fooled by it. One day it will come to an end. So this is the first chapter. Imam As-Suyuti rahimahullah discusses how death and the purpose of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is created. And so we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the tawfiq and understanding. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillah.